Alright, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. So we are going to be looking at the AT-2 today because I just got this thing recently, and what we're going to do is do the Arnold mission, because the Arnold mission for today, and I didn't get a chance to fully do this when I was at work, is block a total of 15 hits over any number of battles when fighting in Tier 4 through Tier 10. So I'm going to turn this volume down because it's probably really loud for you guys. And we're going to go around there or so. And let's go ahead and get into the battles, guys. If they're quick battles, we will go ahead and play 3. If not, then maybe 2 battles. And if they're really quick, which I'm almost expecting, then we might just do 4. It totally depends on what kind of matchmaking we get, guys, but I'm assuming it's not going to be the greatest. So it is 10:38 now. Let's see if we can close this video out by 11 o'clock. And I am not used to playing tanks like this, by the way, guys, so I might not want to take my advice on everything here. But what I'm thinking of doing here is hanging around. I was thinking of going to the mid, but I think this is tier 5 matchmaking. I think if we take the high ground early on, you know, that will be effective, because this tank is too slow to really do anything well, but what it does do well is block. And I'm trying to put myself into a position, guys, where I can do the most blocking possible. And the fact that this is tier 5 makes this very, very easy. So let's go ahead and go over to like the 0 line area. And I don't know if you guys noticed my paint on this tank, but I tried to match the baboon logo just for giggles, basically. And I think it looks pretty funny. Anyway, in a tank like this, guys, you have to play it as if no one can get behind you, right? You have to play this thing. Sometimes you got to back all the way up to the red line. And the problem with these types of tanks, guys, and in marking them, is that a lot of times you will find yourself way too far away from the front line of battle, right? And then it gets to a point where you're either not helping your team enough, or your team is doing too much without you, and you are stuck in the back line doing nothing, and then you go to move up and the game is over by the time you get there, basically. So what we're going to do here is sit right by the Wolverine. I'm going to knock this tree. Going to knock this tree down. And we're just going to sit here and wait. And try going, no. This is actually probably fine. You know I said my settings were good, but I'm still just tweaking the sound just a hair, guys. I want you guys to hear me well on the mic over the game. So, and yeah, this is all we're going to do, guys. If these guys are going to start pushing around, we can probably hit them from here once they get up to this area, and that's what it looks like. And I'm okay with this, right? For now. I think we will have render range on these guys even from here. I'm going to try and get, if they move all the way up, right? Like if they get to like right here, then we have shots. If they get right to here. So I'm going to go ahead and come all the way up here. And this is what you have to do. You got to plan way ahead in these tanks, guys, because you can't do anything, you know, with this tank in terms of mobility when it comes to like move, you know, like if you have to move, like just forget it, you know. So I'm gonna sit right here and just wait, and you know, we will see if these guys try and come up this hill and stuff like that. So seeing Matilda, and our base is right here, right, guys? I'm just gonna click it, say, hey, defend the base, guys, and here we go, guys. Churchill. I'm gonna load gold because it's the Churchill. And this thing also has a very quick fire rate, guys. Okay, so we're just going to keep trying to slam this Churchill. few rounds here, and it looks like he moved. Is this building breakable? No. Okay, people are getting shots into the Matilda. And look at this, guys. We've lost the beach, and this is probably the best spot I can put myself at this time. I'm going to go ahead and back up just a hair. I'm going to knock this tree. I'm going to knock even more trees. I'm going to knock this tree here, okay? And I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to knock this tree all the way from this side so that it falls that way, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and knock this tree as well, and do the same thing with this one. Knock it that way. And we're going to create for ourselves a, giant bush. And hopefully I can get back far enough where I can, yes, do something like this. And from here, guys, we are going to, I should have binocs for this, a situation like this, and this guy just melts off the map. But hopefully, guys, we will have people spot for us, because I can't spot from here. I need binocs to make this work. But we're going to just try and do the best we can and try and get, honestly, if I can get 8 blocked shots this game, we will have our mission. So let's see if we can block some shots. I should have ran binocs on this thing. Okay, Churchill is coming up. I don't think this is a breakable building either. Yeah. Alright, we need someone to spot this. Okay. Is Churchill in the open? No, I don't have a silhouette on this guy, and I would really like one. Where is this guy? And by the way, guys, this thing has pretty good concealment given, its structure, right? You would think this thing would have no concealment, but I'm only running like 1 concealment on it, and we'll take a look at it after the game. I forgot to kind of do my introduction on the tank, but we'll do that after the first battle, and I'll kind of show you guys like the stats on this thing. Alright, so I see Wolverine and SAU 40 here. I'm not ignoring that, but we have 4 guys that are right here. I'm going to go ahead and load some APs, guys, because... Okay. Here's the experimental. P26 is here. He's almost a one-shot. Am I spotted? I am. Alright, let's turn this way. Hope we can bounce some shots. Load APCRs for the OI. Trying to turn myself just enough, guys, so that I can bounce on my left as well. Okay. Here's SAU. How much can I turn? Okay. So AT-2 is on cap. There's no way that I'm going to win this fight. Yeah, this game is over, guys. I mean, I could try, but this just isn't going to happen. So we are just going to give up here, and 721 damage, guys. 595 plant damage blocked. Now 710. Let's hope that we got close to the mission, because we blocked a good amount there. So we get 3 boxes received, and we lost 73k. We shot a lot of APCRs, guys, so wouldn't recommend, shooting that many APCRs, but it's brilliant. We got it already. We're going to go ahead and play another game, though, guys, and let's see maybe if we can, get into a tier 6 game and see how the armor works in that. another tier 5 game. And another thing to note about this tank, guys, is the armor does not hold up once you get up past tier 6. It's like 150 front hull armor, which is monstrous at this tier. I think it's 150. And then I think the tier 6 is like 200, or it could be that I'm one tier off, but I know that the front armor is really, really strong in these tanks, guys. But when you go 2 tiers up, forget it. I mean, in this thing, I think I was going up against like a T-29 or something in one of the games, and I mean, tier 7s are just going to absolutely rip you to shreds, guys, especially if they load APCRs or the gold rounds, whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. You know, this thing is going to be a turd at tier 7 and somewhat of a turd at tier 6. But at tier 5, nothing can pen this thing, you know. Like as you saw there, like it was very difficult for those guys to do anything to me from a distance. What you have to do is aim for the cap on top. If you're ever going to face these tanks, aim for the cap and nothing else, because that's all you can really pen at tier for tier, right? So, all right. So we're going to go up to, not sure what this guy's doing. We're going to go up to the bushes over here. I see a T-34 here. Bush is being knocked down over here. Let's just keep shooting. You never know, guys, so I might as well just take a bunch of shots in this area. Alright. And hopefully we hit something. Luke's is here. Yeah, there are no shots here currently. What we could do, guys, honestly, is run the K line. Like we could have went over there, but I feel like when you go over to the K line, what happens is if you lose this side of the map and you're in something like the AT-2, you just don't, you know, especially because this is encounter mode, you don't have the mobility to get back over here. So I prefer not to do that and just sit up here because I think we have more opportunities for shots. I think this guy's behind buildings. Yeah, I'm just shooting, guys. Like I don't really, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just unloading in this tank because it's got such a quick fire rate that, you know, it's not really a big deal if you miss a shot. Let's go here. I could have went in. It actually, it actually hit him, but it didn't go in. Okay. There's Matilda. And here's the problem now is that I want to move forward, right? But I'm scared that if I do move forward, I'm going to get hit from like the sides or something like that. Okay, get this kill shot on the Matilda. Panzer SFL is moving up. Here he is. That was awful. Yeah, okay. I don't think the aiming time is that great on this tank, because that was pretty bad. Let's see if this Panzer's gonna, okay. Everyone's just annihilating the Panzer. And now I think we can move forward. And the way I'm gonna do it, honestly, is just move straight up like this. Like, here's the Stort. He doesn't have 6th sense. Okay. I think we have this game. I am just going to go straight towards the enemies, guys. And that's one benefit of being in a tank like this, is that people see you crossing like an open field and they're going to be like, just going to look for a simpler target, you know, because no one wants to try and shoot at a T-95 or, you know, an AT-2 Tortoise, whatever the heck it is at what tier you're playing, you know what I mean? T-28, that kind of stuff. Clean this guy up and turn immediately this way because I know there's people that are over here. And look at this. Beautiful. Get another kill, guys, and we get tracking damage from it, assist damage. And we have one PD left. If I had to guess, he's probably over here. Oh, it's the Wolverine. Was he already lit? I wasn't paying attention. So, we probably will not get a shot on this guy. Alright, 678 damage, 246 assist. We'll play one more. We are at 16 minutes on the video, so I think we can get into one more, guys. And, you know, 3 kills. I mean, this wasn't a bad game, but definitely a decent example of, you know, showing you guys that this thing is really slow. So if you want to do damage, you're going to have to hit the W key a lot. So 678, yeah, I think that's what ended up. So I don't think we had any blind damage, right? Okay. What are my other missions? Let me just double check that real quick. Spot 3 vehicles, we'll do that in a light. And I wanted to do the stats on this vehicle, guys. So 0.34 dispersion. The aiming time is actually good. 1.56. Didn't feel like that at all. 2100 DPM, good DPM, and the stationary and moving vehicle, like even 14% concealment on this thing, moving, and you know, 21% stationary. So that is not bad at all, guys, considering what this thing looks like. And with optics on this thing, I do run optics, and we are running both situational awareness and actually no recon. So just situational awareness, the rations, and optics is getting us 367 view range. I don't really feel it's necessary to run Binax on this thing except for that first game. And in terms of mobility, guys, this thing is terrible. 152 front hull armor. Let's get into the third battle, and hopefully it's a good one. This is Tier 6 matchmaking, and we're on Pearl River, and I think this will be a decent map. Alright. So, we are going to run to the one line, guys, and it's going to take us a while to get there. Check for this guy. Here is the AT-8, guys, and this thing honestly just looks better, in my opinion, the AT-8, than this thing. You know, much bigger kind of hull or turret or whatever the heck you want to call it on this thing. A little more low profile on this. But yeah, they are both very powerful tanks in certain situations, but you know, this is the last tank I would want to be in to carry a game unless I didn't have to move, if that makes sense. All right, and where I want to get to is right here, ladies and gentlemen, because if we can get up to here without getting wrecked, which I'm hoping we're not going to be spotted, let's see, we might be able to do some damage from here. So M10 is here. I do not want to sit behind him. I'm going to instead do something like this and hope that we do enough, you know, we're up high enough to go through this rock. And from here, guys, I'm literally just going to sit right here. I'm going to try and block some shots. I think we're at a distance far enough where, unless something has high pen, we shouldn't have any issues from here. Maybe Artie, but jeez, this guy is very offensive. All right, Excelsior's here. Let's load some ABCRs. Back to APs. Got the track. Two shots into the cap there, guys. You know, so accuracy is definitely working on this thing. It's not terrible. Okay, just auto lock that one real quick. I'll load ABCRs for the side plate. And these guys are making a very bad decision by poking, and just for now we're going to back up just a little bit so this guy doesn't have a clean shot at me. I'm going to wait for this guy to poke again because I know he will. There he goes. Oh, shouldn't have auto-locked that. I might have had him. It's alright. AT-8 is pushing into the AT-2 over here, but I'm not going to leave because we've lost the base. S-35 is here. Where'd he get a shot into? The front plate, so... I don't want to leave. I would under normal circumstances, guys, but I think, yeah, the VK is going to push onto us anyway. So I'm thinking of hugging this rock like so and making sure that no one behind me has shots. And now we have ABCRs loaded. We're going to go ahead and unload on the VK, and this guy can get out of my way. Okay, AMX ELC is coming underneath me. Gonna repair the gun. AMX is coming behind me. I'm going to turn. EK will have shots at me, so... And yeah, this is the problem with this vehicle, guys, is that once you get tracked, you're basically screwed. So this might be game over. If Hellcat can try and assist me here, that would be phenomenal. We lose the engine again, and this should be GG, guys. So we did 1,037 damage, 166 assists, and this team just fell apart. The Hellcat and ELC both failed me here. The ELC is full HP. Maybe he just wasn't here. And it looks like he's a 3 marked ELC. I just can't believe this guy couldn't come to help. And the Hellcat could not pull out and take a shot. These guys are both full HP, and they couldn't, you know, save me from the VK. So, you know, during holiday ops, I'm not really expecting good teammates, but this was just brutal, guys. I think this game could have been saved. These guys are both very good players, too, and they just completely, you know, for lack of better term, shit the bed here, because this was terrible. But moving on, guys, we did 1,037 damage. I mean, this was a decent game, and this is a decent spot to take in this tank. We just, you know, had too much to deal with there. And, yeah, when your engine gets hit and your track, like, twice in a row there, like we lost the engine twice, I feel like that was a little unlucky as well. But, you know, it is what it is. And honestly, I'm pretty pleased with the overall performance after 3 games. So we're just going to go ahead, watch the ELC here, and yeah, it looks like this guy's probably going to die pretty quickly here. He's got the VK, S35, and ELC all pushing into him, and yeah, this was just, for how good these players are by statistics, guys, like, I'm very surprised by the way they played this one. So by statistics, we should have won this game easily, and that's why I do not use the there's a thing that I think XVM has, or some other program, that gives you a percentage for the win rate expectancy, and I never use that because I never believe in it, guys. So here we are. We were second by experience, and it looks like third by damage or something like that. Yeah, and not bad at all, guys. We're losing a lot of coin playing this thing, shooting the APCR, so just keep that in mind. You're going to lose a good amount of coin, and after 3 battles, we are looking at 4 battles. I might have played one more. I did play 1 battle, guys, before I went to work, so the stats are going to be a little off here, but from the first battle I played that wasn't on this video and the 3, we were averaging 835 damage and 103 assists. So I don't think that's terrible. 67% win rate over 9 battles. We're doing okay in this thing. If you're looking at getting this thing, I would recommend throwing a turbo on it because it's really slow. And also I would recommend putting on the improved rotation mechanism because it turns slow. This slot is up to you. Vents, optics, binocs. You could even run a rammer or the enhanced gun laying drive. Totally up to you. And even additional grousers could be an option. So there's a lot of options here, guys. But, you know, this is how I have it set up. I love view range. The optics gives you, you know, an extra... I don't have to take these off, actually. The optics is giving me an extra 32 view range. So, you know, you can make that decision for yourselves. Hope you enjoyed this one in the AT-2, guys. Hope you're doing all your missions. Happy New Year to you guys. And I will catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.